How you doing, YouTube family? I've been out for a week due to some family emergency that I had to attend to, but I'm back now, and I have there's some few questions that I was asked by some people about men, why men do the things they do. I will do my best to answer all those questions and address everything that I need to address within those questions. So here we go. The first question is, why is it that most men need space even after working long hours and barely seeing his family? That's a good question. Men and women are very different. A man, after working the long hours and dealing with the stress factors at work, also, they come home, they want to decompress from work so they will be able to deal with their family and show their family the love and protection that that family needs. So whether it's 30 minutes or an hour, they just need to decompress. Whether it's just sitting in the bathroom or laying on the bed watching TV or just sitting outside, they need that time alone to decompress. All the things that they've been through that day, everybody is just a lot. And I'm not just saying about men, because women go through it also as far as working long hours. But a woman, when they come home working long hours, they want to embrace their family. Their family is their outlet, is their feel good thing in their life. But for a man, they need to decompress so they don't take any aggression towards their family, or they don't want to be rude to their family because they're still thinking about work. So they need that time to decompress. It's very important to most men. They need that time to decompress. It's nothing against the wife. It's nothing against the children. It's just for themselves to decompress from all that time being at work and dealing with their bosses or customers or anything. And it's always good after they have that time to decompress. It's always good to ask about their day, talk about their day, and that builds up also good communication within the husband and the spouse. And a lot of men, don't take it wrong, sometimes some men might not want to talk about their day because they don't want to look weak. Depending on what happened at work, they don't want to sound weak, because men are very prideful. It's hard for some men to bring their pride down. So give them time. Let them know that regardless of what you talk about, regardless of what he talks about, you will never look at him as weak. You will always look at him as you guys' protector. And that's the reason most men don't want to bring their pride down. They don't want to let you see that emotional side of them. They always want to make their family feel they are strong regardless of what happened. So make your man be able to open to you, be able to show that his emotional side, and make him confident enough to know that regardless if he show his emotional side, you will not look at him any different. But it's very important, just give him the time. Vice versa, if a woman is working long hours, depending on the job, it also depends on the job that man has. It also depends on very different factors. It depends in a lot of different things. And it's also for women also. So it's not just for men. Some women need time to decompress also. They come home, they had a hard day at work, depending on the job they have. They want to relax, kick their feet up, take a hot bath, relax on the bathtub, for them to also decompress. So it goes both ways. But it happens to a lot more men than women. So just give them men that the little time they need, to soak in everything that happened at work, and for him to give all of himself to his family, and so you guys can have a good time and enjoy life and be happy. But you don't want to just come at him when he gets home from work, because he's still thinking about work, and the conversation might not go well, and you guys might have an argument. So it's very important, just give him that time that he needs. It doesn't take that long. It's just 30 minutes to an hour. It's not too long. Just give him that time. Okay, the next question is, my man picnics with his ex with the fact that they share custody of their dog. However, we don't picnic, and he says he's not a romantic. But in the beginning of our relationship, he talks widely about flowers he sent others and candlelit bathtub moments. He doesn't do that with me. Okay, this is it's a heartbreaking question, because I would just answer this question just frankly, just with no beat around the bush. This your man is the man is not is still interested in his ex. The dog is just an excuse for him to see his ex. So he makes the dog as an important issue, but it's not. The dog has nothing to do with it. The time spent with his ex trying to make things work with his ex is the reason that he makes that excuse about the dog. And he's just having you around because he doesn't want to be alone. He doesn't want to come home to an empty house. He wants someone to be there. So he's pretty much stringing you around. And he's not ready to settle down with you. He's still in love with his ex. And that dog has nothing to do with it, because he can simply just pick the dog up and go for a walk with you and go for a picnic with you. So, and if he hasn't done that, or he hasn't talked to you about that, he's not interested in you. I'm sorry, that's the hard truth. He's not interested in you. He still wants everything to do with his ex. He still has that love for his ex. He hasn't let go. He hasn't moved on. He wants to still be with his ex. So, and with his ex doing that also with him, pretty much his ex also wants to be with him and wants to also give him that chance to win her back. So I would suggest that you leave this man alone and move on to the next chapter in your life, because at the end your heart will be broken, and you don't want to stay in this relationship for far too longer, because the longer you stay, the more emotions you're gonna build with this guy, and it's gonna be way more heartbreaking if you stay there longer than if you leave now. So I would suggest you leave him and move on to the next chapter, because he's not fully with you yet. He's not fully trying to be in a relationship with you yet. All he's thinking about is his ex. All he wants is his ex. So he might be talking to his ex and you might not know it. I'm not saying do anything, you might not know it. Just the best thing to do is leave him. Don't cause no issue. The best thing for a woman to do to a man, don't start no violence, don't cause no issue, don't break anything. The best thing to do is just pack your bags and walk away. That's the best thing to do. And that will be better for you, for your mindset. And just find yourself. Just be by yourself a little bit and find who you are. And that's always a good thing, so you don't let no other man treat you or do the same thing that he did. And if you be in the next relationship, don't bring your previous relationship into that next relationship. That's not always a good thing. And it's always best to maintain a good communication. Communication is so very important. Don't give yourself to no one until you know that person is ready to commit to you. So I would suggest just leave him because he's not ready to be with you, and he's just stringing you around, and it's not good for any man to string any woman around, because a man would not like when if a woman was stringing him around as well, if he was ready to be in a committed relationship with that woman that he's with. So definitely, please, yeah, the best thing for you to do is to just leave him alone. He wants his ex. He doesn't want to be with you at this moment. He's still just thinking about his ex.